Something is getting ready to come to light concerning a legal matter that you may be a part of, a court case that you may be a part of. I don't know if this is, you know, corporate law, if this is a civil suit, if this is divorce, probate court, anything like that. But there's some sort of a situation that is going on in the courts right now. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of paperwork that is having to be pushed through. There's been some sort of work being done with paperwork. All right. There's a decision that is about to be made on this situation. There's a judgment that is about to be passed down. I'm seeing with this judication card the shadow of the judge on the wall. It's giving me that there is something, possibly someone on your spirit team, ancestral, that is actually guiding the judge's decision. This court case is going to go in your favor, but there's been a holdup. There's been a lot of working on this court case, possibly on your behalf, on your lawyer's behalf. If you do not have a lawyer, you may need to go and get one. Please do not take, my tarot reading or anybody's tarot reading for that matter as what you base your legal decisions upon. But I'm seeing here that whatever this court case is, whatever this legal situation is, it's concerning something that is due to you or owed to you. All right, because it is taking so long, because of the amount of paperwork that is having to be pushed through, someone could also be working to block you from something that is due to you. Okay. And because of this, it's kind of put you in a financial bind. There's some responsibilities that you need to take care of, that you are waiting for this court case to conclude, to come to a conclusion, so that you can take care of certain responsibilities. Okay, certain things you want to do, certain moves you want to make in your life, even if it's just to get past this situation. Okay, so if you're experiencing some sort of a poverty, this is also giving that you may have been putting a lot of your money into this court situation, so it has caused some other responsibilities financially to go unmet. I'm feeling strongly that there is a conclusion that is about to come to this court case, and that all of the work that has been done, all of the proof, all of the receipts, all of the documents, everything that has been documented is going to allow this court case to go in your favor so that you can move on with your life. We're going to get some more information here. Thank you for tuning in to Midheaven Tarot. Welcome to all of my new viewers. Welcome to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support thus far. Let's see what Spirit wants to say about this court matter, okay? What does the collective need to know concerning this court matter, Spirit? Perfect match. Perfect match. Tell me more. This could be a divorce from someone that you thought would be a good match for you. This could be a separation that is having to take place legally. It could be a partnership, business partnership, anything of that sort. Material attachment. So you could be looking at, I'm hearing prenups, like, you could be going through some sort of a separation, divorce, proceedings, mediations, conversations, lawyers meeting with lawyers and sitting down, in conference rooms, hashing out how things are going to be split, how things are going to be separated. And it's been taking some time. With this quality time, this is what I'm picking up, that this court case, this situation, this legal matter, whether it's a divorce or otherwise, has been taking some time. So this is not something new. I mean, it could be, but I'm feeling heavily that this is something that someone has been waiting, really waiting for this to conclude, as to how things are going to be divvied up, who's going to receive what. A house could be a part of this proceeding. Who's going to keep the house? Who's going to keep that house? Whatever the case may be. Who's going to get the summer home? Who's going to get the cottage? I don't know. You know what I mean? Take it how it razzles or dazzles, right? But this perfect match card, this judge, or the judge that you'll end up standing in front of, they're the perfect judge for this case. Okay, because sometimes you can have a strong case and then get a horrible judge, right? You can get a judge who has their own biases. You can get a judge who has their own prejudices. You can get a judge who's outright racist. You can get, you know what I mean? Like you can get a judge that abuse their power behind the bench. But this judge that you're going to go before is perfect for this case as it relates to the outcome that you want, collective. Okay. And this could be what has been causing this to take some time. Because remember I said that the shadow behind the judge that is being casted on the wall by the judge, it's giving me that there's spiritual divine intervention. There's some sort of spiritual assistance that's been also operating in this court proceeding, in this legal proceeding. And who would preside over the actual court case was important to your spirit team. So things had to be moved around. Some things may have had to been delayed because they needed to find the perfect judge to give a fair judgment. Okay? To give a fair judgment. So this could have to do a lot with your stability. Yeah. And like I said, a house could also be very well a part of the legal proceedings, okay? Disguise. I'm going to sit that to the side because I really don't know why that fell out yet. I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So the disguise is, as I was just saying, some of you could have been in this situation for a while now, and you've been really, really, really wanting this to come to a conclusion. The delay that you've been experiencing in this court case, in this legal matter, is disguised. It's a delay, but it's not really a delay, right? Like your spirit team has been delaying it to make sure that the judge that you have presiding over it when it does make it to court is the right judge to preside over it. So the delay is a disguise. There's elements of this court case that has been hidden from you. And I really feel very strongly that making sure that you get a judge that is going to judge the case fairly is part of what has been hidden from you. All right. So your spirit team has been moving pieces and players and people and really guiding the court case, the legal proceeding the whole time. So it has been taking some time. So I'm still hearing your spirit team to say to remain patient, right? Like things are going to work out in your favor. Like they're moving things and people around to make sure that it works out in your favor. So this could be a lot of the paperwork and a lot of the documentation and whatever has been needed in order to prove your side of this situation. Clarify toil and labor, please, Spirit. Thoughts. Yeah, see, because you're wondering how much more, how much longer, okay? How much longer am I going to be, like, is this going to be in the working? Yep, we have despair on the split of the deck. But there was something taking place that needed to be handled that didn't really have anything to do with the actual situation as to what brought you to court, but as it relates to who is involved, who is chosen to preside over it, whose bench does the case actually end up on? You know what I'm saying? Like there was other things that had to be spiritually aligned, and that has been the delay. That has been the delay. So you could have been really working very diligently, working with your lawyers, making sure that everything is documented, everything, all of your proof as to your side of this situation is proven and supported and foundational. But in the meantime, it has been taking some time, and so you have been somewhat in despair, you waiting on whatever you're supposed to receive so that you can go on with your life. Again, it also could have been a long drawn out situation that has cost you quite a bit of money already, or you may have already been in a bit of, financial lack or financial challenge, and this court case, this lawsuit, whatever it is, this divorce was going to be the solution to that, and you're waiting for that solution to come so you can handle certain responsibilities. Clarify poverty, please. Now, what I'm seeing on this poverty card is I see the gray clouds, but I also see the sun coming up, right? Like I see the sun coming up. And so there's going to be a new beginning here for you. There's going to be a new beginning here for you that is getting ready to come towards you concerning this matter. Clarify poverty, please. Unexpected connection. Opposites attract. Yeah, so I'm hearing light and darkness, polarities. Polarities. So while some things were hidden, something is about to be revealed. There's light that is about to be shed on this situation. There's light about to be shed on this situation. High honor and soulmate. Now, this may be, very specific, okay? This is very specific, but someone who has a legal situation going on that is waiting for it to conclude. It is this legal situation that is keeping you in what you feel is a financial deficit. But in between this time that you've been waiting on this legal situation to conclude, you have found a partner. You have found someone that you feel is a soulmate. But it's giving you feel, and I'm going to say this, but I don't like the frequency in certain words, but I'm going to say it how I'm hearing it. You feel a bit too poor, right, to really be a contributing factor to this relationship that you want to get in. This is very, very specific. Okay? There is someone that you have met, but you don't feel you can move towards this individual because you don't feel you have the finances you need to actually be a viable partner. But this is a soulmate. At least you feel this a soulmate. You have found your romantic counterpart. Now, for some of you, the person you're separating from in this legal proceeding, like I said, it could be a divorce, could be someone that you thought was a soulmate, could be someone you honored as a soulmate. Like it was an unexpected connection and you two were polar opposites, but you came together. You thought that you were a soulmate, and it's put you in a situation here where you're having to go your separate ways from someone that could have been a soulmate. They could have been a karmic soulmate, right? Like not all of these titles we put on these relationships does not ensure that the relationship is going to actually go long term or actually be successful. Okay. You can absolutely have a soulmate that you actually can't be with romantically, for various different reasons. Okay, so for some of you, again, in the time that you have been waiting for this court proceeding to conclude, you have met someone, but you don't feel that you have what you need yet. You want this court situation to pan itself out for you to know what you're going to receive, who's going to have what, and for it to be done and over with before you move forward in a new direction towards somebody that you've already met. Okay, and again, this could be a soulmate couple or someone you felt that you were a soulmate with that you're having to separate legally from. Clarify responsibilities. Now, before I do that, it's really giving me like you've met someone in, like, since this court situation has started. And this could be a divorce still. But since this has started, you have met someone, because this row is coming after this row, which means the concern you have about the time that it is taken for you to um for this court case to conclude, the concern you have, the pressure you feel, the anxiety you feel is because you, whatever you're supposed to receive from this could also be what am I'm hearing, what is it called, like wills and inheritances, and something was left for you and you're having to fight over it and fight for it and fight family. And I believe I did see the family secret card during the pre-shuffle. So this could be a family situation where you're having to fight over a will, or you're having to stake claim to something that was left for you that someone else in your family is trying to take it how it razzle or dazzles, okay? But in the time that this has started, you've met someone and you're feeling like the court case, the legal situation is taking too long. It's being held up because you need whatever you were supposed to receive from this to go towards a person, so that you're not coming in with nothing to provide, nothing to give. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to honor your new connection, your new relationship, by being in a better place financially and being able to help whomever this is. All right. Clarify responsibility. Oh, we have South Node. Responsibilities come first. We have physical touch. And we have honest communication. Yeah, so you could be experiencing some financial hardship right now that is, kind of enable or disabling you from being able to take care of certain responsibilities. And this is what is making you feel like it's not the time to actually physically come towards or physically be with someone. With honest communication here, you could have already communicated this to the new person. You could need to communicate this to the new person. Clarify South Node. Also, you reconsidering coming towards this person because of financial struggles or delays is what is keeping you in a South Node energy. If this is a soulmate, then this is a soulmate whether you have a lot or a little, or somewhat a lot. Like, if this is a soulmate that you feel you have met or found, it's giving that the greater honor, with the high honor card being across from physical touch, is giving that the greatest way you could honor this connection, this soulmate connection, is to actually come towards the person, right? To actually let them know how you feel, to actually share with them what you have going on, not to try to like keep yourself from honoring what you feel for this new person because you feel like you don't have what you need financially, tangibly, resource wise, right? Because a soulmate connection is, if it's a divine connection, it's predicated it's predicated upon a whole different set of circumstances, a whole different set of rules and regulations, if you will. You know what I mean? Because if you feel like this person is your soulmate, then 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to feel like, or do feel like, you are their soulmate. All right. So, like I said, if this person is already in your life physically, you could have already communicated this to this individual. But I'm feeling that there's about to be some conclusion to this court proceeding. Let's see what we can get out here. See if I should use these. Yeah, let me use these. I haven't used them, I don't think, yet. If I did, I only did it once. So if you're going through a divorce right now, but you have met someone new and you feel like the new person is your actual person, these are two separate situations that may need to be dealt with independently. Decisions may need to be made about these two situations independently, meaning not letting one influence the other. Okay? Especially if you're feeling like this is somebody who is a divine partner here. I know a lot of times for masculine energy, male or female, when you're very, resource oriented, money oriented, ambitious, and things like that. When you have that kind of strong masculine energy about yourself, you can kind of fall prey to concerning yourself too much with the 4D physical world, 3D physical world, your financial status, and it can rob you from beautiful connections with people. I've seen it happen a lot. You know what I mean? Like with masculine energy, when they don't have what they feel they need to have tangibly, financially, it can hold them back. Okay, it can hold them back from moving into new love, moving into new situations that don't really require money. Like love doesn't require money. Let's just get that straight. Like love, though, the relationship might, the house, the home, the car, the children, how you choose to partner might, but the love does not require money. And sometimes it's hard for masculine energies to really understand that yes, you have every right to want to make sure you can provide, make sure you can, but if this is a soulmate, again, and this is very specific, if you're in a soulmate connection while cleaning up this situation and concluding this past situation in court, spirit is saying don't let that bleed into how you move in this soulmate connection, whether you show up for it, whether you communicate. Okay, because relationships can play out as quickly or as slow as they need to, but to honor this soulmate connection would be to be present in it. You understand? So yeah, that's what this means. Let the situation unfold naturally. So someone may be trying to control new love and being under the control and making decisions because they feel a certain way about their current financial situation or their current legal situation or whatever current situation this is that's playing out in court. Okay? Let me see. Tell us more, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Guidance. Clarify. Boundaries. And compassion. I'm really feeling that this is confirming and clarifying that the way the court case, the way the legal proceeding has been moving, and the fact that you still feel kind of, it still feels like it's locked up or stagnated or it's delayed or there's something blocking it. There was someone that needed to come into this court case that was going to operate in compassion. There was someone that your spirit team was waiting on that was going to operate with compassion, that was going to use compassion, to use fairness, to use balance in judgment, to help make a fair judgment in this court proceeding. Okay? That has been why it has been kind of kept from you, or it hasn't concluded yet. Tell us more. Mirror. Shadow. What did I say? The shadow. The shadow behind the judge. The shadow behind the judge. Somebody is going to see that something is not right. Somebody is going to really be able to see what is hidden, hidden facts. Somebody's going to be, I feel like it's the judge. The judge. Give us more on shadow. Creating. Something was absolutely being hidden that has created the delay. And there's going to be something that's going to take place in the future with this court case where that is going to be very reflective that the delay was created. It was specifically created. It wasn't just a coincidence. It wasn't just a coinky dinky, like none of that. It wasn't just, oh, it's just legal stuff and oh my God, it's taking forever. This was a delay created for a specific reason. This delay also, wow, 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 wow. Okay. This delay also is reflecting something to you, collective. And so the delay could have a lot to do with you being put in a position by your spirit team to see yourself differently, to see love differently, to see how you go about making decisions differently, whether it is decisions as it relates to this new connection. There's something here. Tell us more, Spirit. Gain, Gaia, Earth, manifestation, manifesting a gift. You've manifested something. You're going to manifest something. You also have manifested gifts in this time. Maybe you have tapped into your ancestors. Maybe you are clairaudient. Maybe you have tapped into telepathy. There's something else here that you have tapped into. And it's all coming from the delay with this court case. See, we all have shadows that we have to deal with. And how we end up facing our shadows is through the things we are experiencing in our current life. So even something like a divorce, a legal proceeding, a held up inheritance, having to fight for something that's yours, a lawsuit, copyright infringements, even things like that can bring forth and can uncover certain shadows, certain things that you are needing to deal with internally that the outward experience that you're experiencing is just a reflection of. There's some sort of you could be a earth energy as well, earth sign. There's some sort of a gift. This could also be an inheritance, like you were to be left a gift. You were left a gift by someone who is already transitioned. And that's where the ancestral energy is coming in. You were left an inheritance by someone who has already transitioned. This gift belongs to you. It is yours. So if you're fighting in court behind about this gift, your spirit team is creating and moving the pieces as they needed to move it for you to come out with the victory. For you to come out with the victory. Tell me more. Grounding. We have perseverance and truth. Yeah, the truth is going to persevere The truth is going to come out. The truth is going to be the foundation. So there's some untruths here, which is why you've been toiling and why so much paperwork and why people have gone through files and looking at things and revisiting things. I don't know if someone tried to redo a will and tried to put in some false documents in a will. I don't know if there's forgeries involved here to try to block inheritances. We hear about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Insurance fraud, anything like that, right? Like to take something from you, to take a house from you, to take material and financial wealth from you. But the truth is about to be the foundation. And then because the truth needed to be the foundation, that your spirit team had to delay some things to put someone in place that will see the truth for what it is. And the truth will prevail is what I'm hearing. And the truth will prevail. And the truth will prevail. Tell us about this soulmate energy. A connection. Leadership. There's a connection you've been led into or you're being led into. This is a healing connection. Taking action. Taking action. There's some actions that you need to take with this new connection that you've been led into. Okay, because there's some sort of healing that the connection is going to bring for you. There's some sort of healing. I'm hearing spirit say this court case situation is buttoned up. It feels like it's taking a very long time, but this court situation, there will be healing when you take there's some actions you need to take as it relates to this individual that you have connected with. Tell me more. Karma. Healing karma. Taking action to heal karma. This connection is supposed to heal karma. This connection is supposed to heal something that you don't see, that you don't necessarily see, possibly because you're focusing on the legal situation you have also going on. Solitude, yeah, and you're staying away from and out of this connection. You're staying in solitude, but there's something that the connection is supposed to be healing. The court case is going to be healed. They can either be energetically attached or they could be totally separate from each other. But the way energies take place in the background, sometimes an action causes a reaction, right? All the time an action causes a reaction. I don't think sometimes we take into account how one life circumstance will directly affect another one, when they seemingly seem to have nothing to do with each other. But there's something karmic here that will be healed in this connection that you are being asked to step into. Personal alchemy. See, this has something to do with the way you're perceiving yourself. This is why I said I don't really like to use the word poor, because it's low vibrational. So if you have been seeing yourself as lacking things, and so therefore you don't have value to go towards someone or to be with someone at this time that you feel drawn to, then that would be the personal alchemy that needs to take place. Because that's absolutely not the truth. You know, when you're dealing with a divine connection, a soulmate, anything like that, those kind of connections are not contingent upon what you have or don't have, because those kind of connections have a certain divine support, right? They're divinely supported and they vibrate at another frequency of love that other romantic relationships may not be able to tap into, that may be predicated upon how much you have or how much you don't have. But divine soulmate connections, something that your spirit team has presented to you, there's healing here. So I feel like In the 3D energy, in the earth energy, this soulmate, this love over here, and this court case, they really don't have anything to do with each other, but spiritually they do. Spiritually they do. Tell me more. Self reward. Tell me more. Unplug. You walked away from something. You unplugged from something, or you're being asked to. There's a reward on the other end of you walking through a door. Okay? There's a reward on the other end of you walking through a door. What do we have here? Your perspective. And that's what I'm feeling very strongly. This has to do with your perspective. We have desires, authenticity. So the door you need to walk through is going after what it is you want. Authentically, your authenticity, and seeing yourself as more than valuable, even if you feel like you lack certain financial resources. And anybody who's supposed to be soulmate that don't see that in you, that means that they're karmic. So, get ready for another life lesson, I guess is the only thing I can say about that. But this is not giving me that, because I can't say your spirit team won't prompt you into another karmic lesson, because they kind of will. Right? Because until you get it, that it's about your self-value, finding value in yourself. It's not about how much money you have, how many things you have, whether you get this house or whether you don't. It's not about nobody else. It's not about being able to just, trick on somebody or splurge on somebody, or that's not what creates a soulmate bond. Like a soulmate bond already is anyway. And so if this is a divine partner, then that person is already going to come with a certain grace and a certain compassion and a certain understanding, a certain empathy, a certain patience, because we all got shit going on, right? Propagating energy. See, this is giving me that one. In the 3D, they're not connected, but in the spirit, they are. In the spirit, they are. This is about your confidence in who you are, not what you have. Growth. Yeah. They want you to really grow into I feel like both of these situations are mirroring something to you. They're mirroring something to you. And your spirit team is brilliantly orchestrating this for you to learn, for you to evolve, for you to grow, for you to realize that you deserve what it is you desire. So if this is an individual, transform. There's a transformation that is taking place here in your confidence in making decisions, okay? And it has been very confusing. You've had to kind of really go within and explore what is these situations showing you? What are they trying to say to you? Yeah. So you've been sitting quietly, but there's some action that needs to take place over here. A decision. A judgment is coming on this court case because you are doing the work, because you're seeing the lessons, because you're taking action, right? If you and this soulmate have come into each other's life already, you're allowing it now to evolve naturally, because you now see that you deserve it. You now see that you needed to walk through that door and go towards this person. It's triggering a solution over here. It's triggering a conclusion over here. Everything that you have been fighting for, everything that you want is about to be given to you. Let's see. Let me get these. 39 minutes. If you are still here at this point of the message, please take a quick moment to hit the like button. That is a great way to show your support to the channel, to the reading, to myself as a reader. It helps the message get out into the algorithm. All right, we're really trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the close of the year. So please help us with that endeavor, and I will greatly appreciate it, and greatly appreciate you being here. All right, let's tell us more, Spirit. Anticipation. Yeah. Yeah. Anticipation. You should anticipate. You should anticipate a breakthrough, okay? Anticipate a change to take place. Trust. Anticipate and trust. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Gifts. You're about to receive both love and this the conclusion to this court matter. You're about to receive abundance at the bottom of the deck. I love this. Boundaries. Now you're going to need to keep up your boundaries as it relates to other individuals. There could be people, because this trust card does say guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Okay, so there could be people wanting to kind of come back, get around you, be around you, because they see that things have really started to look up for you. What was held back from you has been given to you. Okay, I'm hearing full restoration. Full restoration. Full restoration is coming to you. It is in your life. This is an X. You're going to need to keep your boundaries up to an X. Okay, to an X. Romance and star. All right, there is somebody else that you are attracted to. There is somebody else that you're wanting to possibly share your life with, that you've been kind of keeping it on hold. You've been also healing, okay? Yeah, having a lot of alone time. Anything else that the collective needs to know? Sacrifice. Yeah. You've made a great sacrifice. You've been sacrificing quite a bit. And it has not gone unnoticed by your spirit team. It has not gone unnoticed by the Most High, Mother, Father. It has not gone unnoticed. Individuality. Don't sacrifice your individuality as well, okay? Don't sacrifice your individuality. What makes you you is what should be celebrated, not what's in your pocket, your purse, your wallet. What makes you you? Yeah. Someone could have wanted you to sacrifice you having this liberty, this independence, this individuality, this freedom. You may have had to pull away from. Could have been the ex, could have been family, could have been the ex and their family. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Could have been your family. But you stepping forward to make a sacrifice to find your independence, your liberty, and your individuality is what is making you very magnetic, what is making you very attractive, okay? But again, when people come in and out of your life, like, it's not about what you can give them, and if they feel like that, then they ain't it. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, move on until you find someone, you come across someone who sees you as the star that you are, for who you are. Dreams. Adventure. Yeah, this is a beautiful reading. The energy around you is very beautiful, and you're very supported right now by your spirit team. Okay, you could be having dreams of what your new life is going to be like after, this court case legal matter is buttoned up. Once you move into your new connection with this other individual, a new friendship, new relationship, but it is definitely coming up as a soulmate. So you could be really thinking a lot about that, daydreaming, having night dreams, night visions, things like that. There is good energy around you right now. So do not, for one, classify yourself as poor or in poverty. Do not, for two, define yourself as invaluable because you don't have tangible things, a whole lot to share with someone or people. Like, don't even put yourself in that box. There's a lot of beautiful, good energy around you. All right. This has been the Message Collective. So look forward to this conclusion to this court matter. Okay, it's going to go in your favor. I feel like the stars are aligned for you. I feel like your spirit team is making sure that what you are supposed to receive, you're going to receive. Thank you so much for being here. Please again hit the like button and show your support to the channel. To all of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and tapping in with your girl. To all of my new time viewers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. And please subscribe, join the tribe. Okay, I would love to have you here, a part of the channel as we are building this little beautiful but small piece of the internet. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Okay, so you'll know when I'm back with another message. All right, peace, family.